Hi folks, during a crisis, good water is hard to find. Today we're going to look at water purification. We are blessed in North America and Europe with having a very good water supply that's pure to drink right out of the tap. The most that you've ever suffered from bad water might have been a case of Montezuma's revenge when you went to Mexico on vacation. This is not so for most of the world who suffer consistently from poor water. You would be shocked and amazed at how quickly pure water for drinking deteriorates during an emergency or any type of natural disaster. Now, I've personally been witness to at least 6 outbreaks of cholera. And although cholera is a simple disease to defeat, it always takes the oldest and the youngest. There are always casualties during a cholera epidemic. Right now in North America and Europe, there are carriers of cholera, carriers of typhoid, and 100 other waterborne diseases walking around within society. The only thing that keeps us from having an epidemic is our good sanitation and good water supply systems. Now, generally when I talk about step-by-step prepping, I'm always very budget conscious. I know that a lot of you out there are trying to prep for your family, yet only have a few dollars to spend here and there. I've got to break from the mold on this one subject though, and tell you that I think that you should definitely invest as much as you can in water purification and backup water purifications. Now, I've got to give props where props are due, and a shout out and a recommendation, and that's to my buddy Paul down at HTF the Survival Store. All the water purification products that you see in this video, he allowed me to use from his store, and they're available from his store. I've put a link to his store down below, and you can shop directly there. And I encourage you to shop from a fellow prepper who has competitive prices. And that's Paul down at HTF the Survival Store.
Okay, this is very basic stuff. These are water purification tablets in these cases, and these are small sachets. Basically, you see a lot of older people like myself use this as their go-to water purification because that's what they were issued something like that in the military years and years ago. But they're really terrible. I mean, you put one of these tablets in a quart canteen and sure, it purifies the water, but it tastes like you're drinking chemicals. So I don't recommend these unless they are sort of your backup to your backup type plan.
Now, it's important to remember with water purification tablets that this is just a chemical bath in your canteen. This kills off anything that's alive in there, but it fails to filter out heavy metals or anything else that might be within your water.
The next step up from the water purification tablets is a straw type device, and here are 3 different brands. They're really not bad. They've come a long way from what they used to be, and they tend to be pretty rugged and last a long time. The bad side of these is they're very limited, as you're going to have to continuously suck water up through the straw to get your purified water. It doesn't leave you a lot of options. Now, I have this Life straw in my bug out bag. It's served me well, and I will eventually upgrade, but for now it's okay, and they're fairly inexpensive.
These straw type devices are handy and really great to put in your backpack, but you got to remember that all of the water that you want purified has to go through your suction into your mouth versus pumping it into a container that you can carry with you. And that's the drawback on these. They're good for what they are, though.
The next up from the straw type device is an actual bottle that carries a filter within it. Here we got the Mayday, the Berkey Bottle, and the Seychelles. These are fairly inexpensive also, and these are good because you can actually carry some water with you. Now, they are limited in the amount that they can actually purify. but overall inexpensive in cost. You can carry some water with you, and they're fairly durable to put in your pack. With the Life straw, I also have this Berkey bottle in my bug out bag.
Now these bottles, along with the straws, they use filter systems that filter out the heavy metals, etc., which the tablets didn't do. The one thing I have to recommend with the filtered bottles, such as the Seychelles and the Berkey, is try to keep them in a place in your pack where they won't get crushed. Because although they're fairly rugged, you can break the cap and the filter, etc., if they get smashed in your pack.
Okay, I kept this one separate. This is still the backpack portable, the bug out bag style water filter, and this is sort of the next generation in it, and what I am interested in upgrading to. This retails for about 25 bucks, and this is the Sawyer Mini. The Sawyer Mini, basically, I don't know if you can see the diagram down there, but basically you can use the bag that it comes with, or you can use any plastic bottle and it'll screw right onto it. So you have that portability, but you also have the opportunity to carry some water with you with the little bag that they give you, or any plastic bottle. And believe me, you can find an empty plastic bottle anywhere on the face of the earth. So I highly recommend this one as what I believe is the best of the little tiny water filters.
The Sawyer Mini is definitely my choice, and what I plan to upgrade to. Paul down at HTF also has multiple packs of these, which you can get at a discount price.
Going up from that, you've got two different sizes, two larger sizes of the Sawyer. Now, for comparison, there was the Sawyer Mini that we just talked about, and these are still very lightweight. They only weigh, it says right on the box, 3 ounces, but these are a little bit larger in size. Now, the good thing about these is if you're considering a family bug out bag, or one person in the family is to carry the water purification equipment, there you go.
Now you might consider using a family or team water purification system, which is great, but understand that if that backpack with that water purification system is lost, you want to have some sort of backup.
This can purify a lot more water, and this is more designed for a group or a family. Now, the high end of the portable type filters is definitely the Katydin. Katydin is a ceramic filter that you pump water through. Very good water purification. It can purify a large amount of water. This large one is up to 13,000 gallons and still very mobile. But if you would ask someone who is an avid backpacker, they'd say that was a little bit heavy for their backpack. Sure, again, you might consider this for family usage, for the family bug out bag, something like that. And the last one I'll show you that's portable are these two lifesavers. This particular one is an excellent drinking bottle with a sling attached. You fill it up with creek water and can drink right from it. This is a larger version that's like a miniature jerry can, still portable. I guess handheld, or someone could put it onto a pack frame, but you're actually going to be carrying around a gallon of water with it. Not least, we have the non-portable, or perhaps vehicle portable water purification systems. The one on the left, consisting of the two buckets, is made with a ceramic filter. So you would fill the top bucket with water needing to be purified, and it would trickle down into the bottom bucket. These are really good for bugging in, or you could buy the filter itself and build your own buckets. It actually takes a good deal of time for the water to pass through the filter, So what you have is perhaps pouring in a bucket 3 times a day for your water usage, and then just walking away and leaving it and coming back a couple hours later and your bottom bucket is full. Here, this blue one is the Lifesaver Jerry Can. Again, an excellent product, something that you're not going to be toting around your backpack, obviously, but good for vehicle bug out or bugging in. And here we have the big Berkey series, which come in several different sizes, but the Berkey Crown, their largest, can filter up to 26 gallons per hour. So this is definitely more of a family group unit type water purification.
Now I've got plans to get one of the large Berkeys for my homestead, and I'd recommend that. I like having the two-part bucket system in a number of locations, and I find that's also good to cache. I'm talking about the ones made at HTF. But for use here at the house during an emergency, I would like to definitely upgrade to those the large Berkeys. Now the next one I'm going to show you is actually the Cadillac, and that is Roving Blue. Now Roving Blue, as you can see, is a suitcase type unit. Roving Blue can purify a large volume of water steadily over time. Roving Blue is currently in use by some U.S. military units, I believe Special Forces A teams, and several NGOs that work in third world countries. Now, the high price tag makes this a bit prohibitive by the average prepper, but if you've got the money to invest, I would be giving Paul a call and seeing what you can't do with this Roving Blue. Again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Give your prepper dollars to your fellow prepper. This is Paul at HTF. This is a small business run by a fellow prepper who has competitive prices, and he ships anywhere. Thanks for your time. Stay safe.